Well, hello, and welcome. Welcome. Come on in, come on in. We have another exciting show for you this evening. I am your host, Maxine Phillips. I am the Leveless Woman, hosting the Life Strategy Show. What does Leveless mean? I'm the CEO of GAMS Unlimited and the founder of Level Less. That means, hey, remove all the levels. First of all, have that leveless mindset to remove all levels. There is no reason for you to continue to have to climb, up level, all of that information we normally hear. I want you to think of it like this: knowing your worth, understanding who you are, being able to advocate for yourself, and continue to succeed on your own terms. That's what leveless is. See, because when you define what success is for you, it's for you. And you can always know that you're achieving it because you put the strategy in place and you're executing on your plans. So that's what leveless is all about. We have the leveless students, leveless women, and leveless people. It's mindset, removing all levels. Well, this evening, we have a phenomenal young lady with us as my special guest. And she is going to be sharing with us some apparel that her company makes it available for you to purchase. And she's going to be sharing with us some strategies that she has put in place. So I'd like to introduce you to Vanessa. Let's bring Vanessa in, everybody. Come on, let's give her a hand. Hello. How are
Hello,
you this evening?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Definitely a level-less mindset going on over here at Church is My Club.
Hey. I like the way you weave that right on in there, Vanessa. That is awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa, listen, a lot of time people say if you tell your age, you tell everything. That's not necessarily true. That's a myth, and we don't have to believe in that or play into that. But Vanessa is a 35-year-old mother and a wife, and she currently resides here in Raleigh, North Carolina. But guess what? She officially launched the Christian apparel brand Church is My Club LLC back in here in 2021. I'm like, here or back. No,
Yeah, the
2022
year
is
went
just
by.
here. We still try to get used to saying 2022. But she may have launched it in 2021, but guess what? She was given the vision back in 2014. So she's going to share with us. Not only does she preach and teach, and now she's sharing these wonderful apparels with us, but she's going to give us a little bit of background about how did she get started in this business and how in the world did she come up with Church is My Club. I absolutely love that phrase. So Vanessa, give
Thank
us a
you.
little bitty background about yourself.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Morgan Johnson. As you previously stated, I am 35 years old. I'm a wife, a mother, a sister, a servant, just everything all in between. I originally was given this vision while I was driving down the road to church. That's how it came about. And I've always been that kid that you will find like jumping up in church and just excited about church. And like my mom always said that at the age of 8 years old, she saw me in the playground just evangelizing already, telling the kids how to come to Christ, right? So like I've always been excited about Christ and been excited about church. And I love it. I love Jesus. I love his people, and I love, just everything about church and kingdom. So I was driving down the road to church one day, and I was like jamming to my music like I usually do. Like if you see me in a car, you would think I was listening to secular music because I'm really just that hype in my car, right? So I was driving and I was like, you know what? I don't have to go to the club because church is my club. And that's how it was like, boom. That's how it came about. And so I decided to go ahead and put it on a shirt, and it started doing really well. But I don't have anybody in business in my family. So I am actually the first entrepreneur to go and out in my family. And so I did not realize, number one, you needed to have a strategy, you needed to have a business like foundation, all of that. And although it was going well, I got a little overwhelmed, and so I just stopped. Right, life happened, and I just stopped. And then it was something like tugging on me. I had to like, I couldn't let it go. And it was people kept coming up to me between 2014 and 2020. They literally kept asking me, when are you coming back with church? It's my club. I'm still wearing my items. So number one, that let me know that I had something that I needed to fight for. Number two, that also let me know that in 2014, just launching initially, I had a good product, a quality product, because they were lasting from 2014 until 2020. So in 2021, I decided to come back and launch that vision. And this time I was really, in the year 2021, it was really important for me to build that foundation. And so I focused on building the foundation to make sure that the business side was solid so that I can continue to grow when opportunities were presented to me.
Well, I just heard you drop several platinum pearls. First of all, build a solid foundation. Then next, I heard you talk about the vision was given to you. So you started the vision and then you just took a step back because you realized that there were some other things you had to do in order to build the foundation.
Right.
So I love that. So that's another platinum pearl. Build the foundation. And then the other thing you talked about, you said, but people came to you. Your customers gave you feedback. They told you that they were wearing the apparel from 2014 up to 2020. So you knew the quality of what you offered was solid. That's another about building a solid foundation. So these are platinum pearls, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to be able to write these down because as you go into becoming a business owner as an entrepreneur, these are some of the things that we must take into consideration. That is awesome. So, you know me, I love color. You see all these bright colors I have on today, and I'm looking at your background and I see some yellows and some red.
There goes my little legacy right here. Here's a little legacy right here.
Hello, Kristen. How are you this evening?
Say hi.
But good. Thank you for joining us. And see, ladies and gentlemen, this is an awesome way of making sure, one of the taglines that GAMS Unlimited talks about, as well as Levelers, is about transforming generations and leaving legacies. And here we have it right in front view that Christian has entered into the interview so that he is learning how to help his mom with the business. And she takes him with her as well whenever she goes and she's doing, and we'll talk about some of the events that she has coming up shortly. Yes. But that's a beautiful Christensen. We're so glad to have you with us.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So help us to understand, how did you come up with the design? I love the logo.
Yeah. Thank you. So actually I drew it out. I'm telling you, it's gonna like mimic everything I say.
Okay.
Well, I drew it out and I was like, I wanted to have like a church feeling, even though, because the brand itself is about not only inviting people to church. We were originally founded on Hebrews 10 and 25, forsake not the assembling of one another. So we wanted people to not only be excited about attending church and inviting people to the church, but we also want you to be excited about being the church, right? So I wanted the church building. I drew it out. And one of my friends, his name is Rich Griffiths. He's a designer, a graphic designer. And I met with him. I drew it out and he brought my vision to life. Literally, he brought it to life. So what I drew, he took it and brought it to life. And now, as of this year, my brand, my logo is trademarked. So I'm so grateful for that as well.
Good for you. Okay, another platinum pearl that once you design that logo, go on and move forward and have it trademarked so it belongs to you. That's your logo and your trademark. Even sometimes our quotes that we use, we can trademark
That's
those because
right.
they have not yet been trademarked by someone else. So that's something to take into consideration.
And I
So,
would.
how did you go about deciding which type of apparel to offer your customers?
So I kind of try to stay with the, not per se with the trends, but kind of with the trends, because you have to figure out what people are wearing. Even though God gives you something, you still have to know how to flow with the times, right? And
Right.
so when I first started out, it was just a regular t-shirt, and it was actually this white t-shirt right here. It looked just like this.
All right.
Just a t-shirt with the logo, which is still one of our, popular sellers.
Hot
Um,
items, huh? Hot
yeah, it
items.
is. It is. The original logo was on everything. We have it on hats, we have it on cups, we have it on everything, right? And so I decided to just continue to move forward with what I started with. And so to keep it simple, because when you're starting out, you don't want to overwhelm yourself too much. So I didn't want to put out several different things at one time. I wanted to kind of continue to introduce little things at a time, right?
Right.
So I got that going. And then I was like, how about let's do a statement tee? Because I noticed that statement tees were popular as of last year. So you just saw people putting different sayings on shirts. So I decided to launch a Church is My Club statement tee. The first one that was launched was It's the Jesus Joy for Me.
Okay.
And all of the statements that you see in our brand literally represents me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the first one was actually serving Christ equals life. So
Okay.
I was like, we as Christians, we need to show people that when you serve him, your life doesn't end. It's actually the beginning of a new life.
All
And
right.
so I came up with serving Christ equals life. People started buying those. I introduced those at a vendor event. And people started buying those like hotcakes, right? And so then God gave me another one, which was it's the Jesus joy for me, because the joy of the Lord is our strength.
That's
And so
right.
like I said, everything that I have is either gonna come by scripture or something that I live by. Yeah. And so it's a Jesus joy for me. Most of the items come in sweatshirts, hoodies, and long sleeve, like serving Christ equals life. This is the newest version here. It doesn't have the rotation on it, but it just has the word for the
Right.
hoodie. So I came up with that one because I'm always joyful, and people are like, I've been through a lot in my life, right? I was a teenage mom. I was a mom at 14 years old. I've been through various sexual assaults, and just several other things that I've had to experience, and I know it was nothing but God, and that kept me smiling, and pressing forward, and and excited. And so then we have God's Love Save Me, which I just released in on Valentine's Day. It comes in it comes in the t-shirts, and it's the colors. I know.
Hi there.
He is not ashamed of the camera.
That's okay. He's not camera shy. So Christian,
No.
you're gonna go back there and help your mom show the shirt. So go back there so
Yeah.
you can help
He
your
can show
mom.
you, he can
bring the
actually show you
shirts.
the beanie. Because
Yeah.
he's my little model, right? So you
Right.
see him on the website sometimes too. Show them, go show them that. Go to the camera and show them.
Come on, show me come on, show me the beanie you have on.
Go model the beanie.
And we'll have to put him to work. Now, don't you look handsome in it? Oh my gracious, that looks handsome.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
see,
Thank you.
you will see those on the website. So and of course the hats. Come here, let me put on a hat.
Go put a hat on. Go put a hat on for us.
Here.
Go put a hat on. There you go. All right. Rock that hat. Rock the hat. Rock the hat.
I
Okay.
recently put it on a distressed hat. And also for our distressed look in the hats, because I noticed people were liking the distressed dad hats. I have a statement called Holy Ghost Hangover.
Okay.
Because it comes from they are not drunk as ye suppose. You know, when you have an Acts experience and you have that Holy Ghost moment, you at church or wherever you are, and you've been slain, and you come out looking almost crazy. You put a hat on. That's why I was like, you can just put your hat on. And it'll speak for you. So I call my items witness pieces and conversation starters.
Wait a minute. Witness pieces and conversation starters. Excellent.
Yes. On my website, you'll see that it states home of the witness pieces, because literally my pieces speak for themselves. They witness without you even talking. And then next we have praises my posture.
Okay.
I'm a praiser. You'll see me online if you go on to the Instagram or my Facebook page. I'm an unashamed worshiper and praiser, because praise has literally kept me a lot of times. It's helped me go through. So when they say I praise my way through, praise has been my posture. My mom is a praiser. I actually come from a line of preachers. My grandma is 92 years old.
92?
Yes, she's
have
92.
To bring grandmama on.
She'll be turning 93 this month, and she's still preaching and she's still pastoring.
Wow, had I known that, I'd have had her to come on with you today so we could honor her.
Yeah, she is still doing it also. I'm excited about what God is doing. And lastly, we did decide to offer the jogger sets, especially for people who like to wear the hoodies and the pants. I call it it's a 3-in-1 outfit, because you can wear it together. You can wear each piece separately and still rock.
All right.
Club,
so they make good use of their money. So once you purchase that outfit, you have three different outfits.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think earlier you showed me a jumpsuit.
Yep, that's it. The jogger.
Yeah. Excellent. Oh yeah, talk about that jumpsuit for a minute.
And so a majority of our items are unisex. I do have some items that are ladies only. For instance, I have some earrings and V-neck shirts that are for the ladies, of course. But the jogger set is unisex, and you can either have the Serving Christ Equals Life logo on the top, or you can have the original Church is My Club logo at the top. And at the bottom, it has the wording Church is My Club. For black and camo, you'll have gold and white writing. And then for your red jogger sets, you will have black and white writing.
Beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just know that you'll be able to go to her website, which is scrolling right across the banner under www.churchesmyclub.com, and you're able to purchase any of these items right off of the website. You know, I even looked on your website earlier, and I think I saw it said free shipping for anything over $30.
Over $50.
Over $50. Okay, $50. And you even have a neat little buy now, pay later option.
Yes, so I do have Seasel. You can do the Shop Pay, PayPal. All of that is connected. So if you like the shop, but you want to pay a little bit at a time, that's available for you.
Okay. Watch the little man. He might. Didn't want him to tip something over.
I see him.
Yeah. Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, also on her website, I saw that first time buyers, you can unlock the 20% club.
Yes, that's correct. So you would actually you will give your information. It will send you a code for you to get 20% off. And then also, if you join our email list, I usually send weekly motivation emails. Plus, you get to see it first. Anything new that's coming out. I also do like special offers to my subscribers. So there's a benefit in subscribing.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Christian. Let's go back there to where mommy is. Go back to where mommy is and stand beside mommy. So mommy can show, right, you're going to help her show off her apparel.
Come on.
Yes, go back there and be with mommy.
One of the things one of the things that I newly added was that for every purchase, no matter how many times you purchase from me, Christian, no matter how many times you purchase from me, you will get a pen.
Okay.
A Church is My Club pen. It'll look like that or this one.
Okay.
But I feel like, these you can either stick on a backpack, or you can wear it as, how us ladies do. We wear it right here as a little brooch. But it's always a way for you to give that subtle display. If you have to go somewhere formal or like business, you can still put the little pen there, and it speaks still.
Yeah, it makes a statement. Basically,
That's right.
It makes a statement for you, and it's a good way of displaying your apparel and your merchandise and where you purchased it from as well. So if someone should ask you, "Church is my club," exactly what is that? I love the fact that you said a conversation a piece as well.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
because what you just said is what I get all the time, and it just opens the door, and I love it.
Yes, yes. Church is my club. I like that. I know I love to dance. I pray, I do some praise dancing, but I just do regular dancing, like line dancing, because that's my form of exercise. Because they say you need to move. I had a lady on about a week ago, and she was talking about the lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system, what's important for it is to move the body. And so my way of moving is music. I love to move when I'm whether I'm cooking or doing dishes or housework. I have music on, and then I be calling myself dancing.
Yes.
Hey, I think I can dance. So you have to believe in yourself. If no one else does, you need to believe in yourself.
That's it. That's the pearl from you for today as well.
That's right. Believe in yourself. I do believe in that. And that's what I teach my young people, and anyone that comes to me as a client is all about, what do you believe? What do you see as your vision? So I love the fact that you said all this was dropped into your spirit as you were driving. Because many times we are giving a revelation, we are giving a purpose, and we're given an assignment. It can come at any point, anytime, anywhere, from anybody. You just have to be open to receiving it. And it sounds like to me that's exactly what you did.
Yes. And see, I feel like another thing is like God, when they say if he gives you a vision, he will make provision for it.
Yes.
And that's definitely what's been happening here. As I found myself being obedient and going forth in this purpose called Church is My Club. God has literally been sending different people to help me along the way. For instance, I was working 2 jobs, and my part-time boss actually was the one that sold into my business to help me get a trademark.
Okay.
He provided the lawyer, the attorney, for me to get it trademark, even though I had to still, pay some. But he took a bulk of it, and I was really grateful for that. And then in pushing towards purpose, there was Launch Raleigh is a program that I participated in here. I saw it come across someone's Instagram page, and it was talking about an opportunity for young entrepreneurs. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and try for it. And I did. I had to send in an application. I had to interview for it. And ultimately, I was accepted into the Launch Raleigh program. And in this program, we had received, we had to go through, I think it's a 10-week course, and it was all for free, but we had to commit our time and dedicate to the program. And so I finished in December, but we are now in a one-on-one mentoring stage. So like it's still going, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is stuff that people pay for, money for, that God has been like allowing me to get without paying, because I feel like he really wants me to succeed. You
That's
know?
right. Of course he does. He said, I
Yeah,
know the plans I have for
yeah,
you.
exactly. So we got Jeremiah 29:11 going on for
Yes.
real. And so it's like different doors just have been opening. And from Launch Raleigh, I was given an opportunity. I learned about a crowdfunding business. I mean, a crowdfunding loan called Kiva. And so, you know, a lot of times we're skeptical about things, but there's some blessing that God sends to us that may not look like what we would want it to look like. You know, and
Right.
sometimes we miss those blessings because we wanted to look a certain way, but
Right.
God is like sending help in a form that we may not realize, right? So I
Right.
said, let me go ahead and I feel like I need to take this leap of faith. I had heard about GoFundMe, you know, for businesses and, you know, if you were in need of something. However, no, boo. However, I went ahead and applied for Kiva. Kiva has various steps within it, so you had to fill out an application, and it was so funny because the stuff that we had to learn in Launch Raleigh doing our business plan and all of that, they asked me those same questions in Kiva.
Okay.
And so I was like almost able to copy and paste, you know, what I had put in my business plan. And then the application was accepted. I went, you had to put it out there and like first get a loan from like family and friends and show your community worthiness, right? Your character, it was serving as a character witness.
Right.
And I raised that money quickly, and then the rest was public funding. And the money that I requested via Kiva was done way before the deadline was even supposed to be. So I was like, I had a guy like let me get a $3,000 loan, which helped me get more of this inventory, which you had seen behind me. But it helped me finish out my trademark. It helped me I moved my website over to a different platform because it was on one, and I moved it over.
Good.
I was able to pay for some vending events. So I was able to vend in Charlotte recently, and then I'm going to Virginia soon. So it was just like I used that money for what I said I was going to use it for, and God like allowed provision to make it happen. So like, yeah, it's just been here step by step. God has been with me all the way, and every time I get something, He's giving the glory all the time.
Yes, 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 yes. And see, and I had the distinct honor of meeting you through Peggy Tatum, through the Female Pastors Fellowship. So you
Yes,
just never know who God is going to use to help you continue to advance the kingdom and to
exactly.
also move your business forward. Because everything we do here at Level-less, remember I said there are no levels. So it's a level-less mindset. You define what success is, and that's what you've done through this Launch Raleigh. You've defined your mission, your vision, you know, who your target market is. And
That's
not only
right.
that, what are you offering the general public? What are you offering your customers? And they have a chance to make what? Church is my club.
Right. Exactly.
I love that. I think if I'm not mistaken, when I read on your website and a little bit about your bio, it said you don't have to give up
That's
having
right.
fun. You can still have fun.
That's right. That's right. I think that that was another reason why I founded this brand, because I felt like, you know, a lot of times they saw Christians and they saw them like a sour, like almost not happy, no joy. And I wanted people to see like there's joy in living for God. Like there is happiness. You can still have good, clean fun and live for God. You know, I just wanted them to see that. I wanted that to be on public display. And I also wanted people to see God's heart, because a lot of times the negative of the church gets publicized, but they need to see some people with the heart of Christ that really want to show you like God's love really saved me, and if it saved me, then it can save you too.
Right. Awesome. 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 Listen, I know you also when it comes to the shirts, the hoodies, the cups, And they come in different sizes.
Yes, they
All they
come
have
in
to do is
different
go to the
sizes.
website.
That's correct. And you can get your own, you can do an option of your colors. So even if you see a shirt, sometimes I'll have it where you can choose your color, and the sizes usually go for adults, so go from small to 3XL. If you need something larger, all you have to do is contact us via email or send us a chat.
Excellent, excellent. Listen, these platinum pearls are just awesome. First of all, you don't have to give up. You're dancing. You can still dance a little bit. You're just having a glorious time. You know,
Yes.
yes. And then church is my club. You get a chance to have all different types of apparel, and then you got the long sleeve, the medium sized sleeves, and then you have a jumpsuit that's going to come in different colors. And let me tell you what, you definitely caught my ear, and I could see it in my mind because I'm a visual learner when you said that if I'm not mistaken, was it the white that comes with the gold
Yes. The
down
white and
the
gold.
leg?
The white and
Yeah.
gold down the leg. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that really that popped with me because I like a little bling bling going on too.
I love
So
it.
yeah, so Vanessa's gonna do me a bling bling shirt, ladies and gentlemen, and it's
Yes.
gonna be like level-less, with the bling bling. You gotta have that level-less mindset. Yes, I love it. So give me some strategies that you had to use. I know you were in Launch Raleigh, but prior to Launch Raleigh, because I know Launch Raleigh gave you plenty of strategies. I love that program. So tell me about what strategies have you been put in place a little bit prior to how you were thinking versus
Mhm.
now and how you're thinking.
So, like I said, before 2014, I kind of just jumped out there, right? I just jumped out there and was just swimming. Just didn't even know what direction I was swimming in. I was just swimming. 2021, before that, I literally was doing research. I was YouTube University is the great place. Uh, for people, if you want to just research how, find out a little bit more about your craft, you can find out what the competition, even though I don't believe in competition, but
Right.
what the other people in your business are doing and how they are succeeding. You can also see how, before that, I reached out to a friend who had started her t-shirt brand. And before I knew about people doing weeding, right? But
Right.
then she introduced me to heat transfers, which saves a lot of time. It saves money as well. And that way you're able to produce a lot more quicker. So I was already kind of like getting my hands in the mix. I had already put together my other website and went back had that redone prior to, so that was more customer savvy, right?
Right.
And updated from 2014 because things had changed. So basically, just research. Make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on in that business area. And I think that once you really are walking in purpose, then the help will come. The help will come. But you have to start walking, right? You have to
Right.
start going, because if you continue to sit on the idea, then you'll never know what can happen. You'll always live in the what if. So just go. Like if God has placed something in your spirit and you see something, then I say go, and God will, keep God first, and He will lead and guide and order your steps. He will direct your path.
Right. In other words, test the water. Go in and test the water. They call it
Exactly.
beta testing. If one thing doesn't work, don't do too many at one time, as they say. Try
That's
one, try one change at a time and see how it's going to work. And if it sticks, then that's something that you can continue with. And then you add the next one to it to see how it's going to take off. Or is it something that you should just postpone to a later time? Doesn't mean no. No does not mean forever. It just means not
exactly.
now, not right now, not at this point in time.
That's right. That's right. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Like for real. Like keep going. Keep
Keep
going.
going. I love that. I love that. So that's another platinum pearl because there are many failures to businesses. You don't always hit it and get it right the first go round. I know this is my third business, so, Gams Unlimited was one. And then we
Okay.
had a janitorial business that was a franchise when we first started out. And then,
Awesome.
right. And then then God gave me the assignment with Gams Unlimited in order to help our young people, our teenagers, to understand what their God given abilities are. So here we are
Mhm.
talking about the vision and provision. And so that's what I have an opportunity to do. So transforming generations and leaving legacies.
Yes, I love it. And I'm so grateful that I was put in contact with you. Prime example, again, of God ordering footsteps, because I'm grateful I got a chance to meet you, because that was another reason why I'm continuing. That's what continues to keep me going, is that I want to leave a legacy for my children. And
Yes.
I want to show other people, no matter what your past is like, it doesn't have to dictate your future. And so that's one of the things that I've always been about, even as, after I had my daughter, I continue to press forward. I graduated from NC State. Well, I graduated from high school with honors. I graduated from NC State. But I always wanted to prove to people, like, you do not have to let one thing, or multiple things for that matter,
Right.
dictate where God wants you to go.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And that's so true because, what's meant for you is for you. It could appear as though someone has taken your idea and run with it. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the assignment God gave them, because the assignment God gave you is something totally different. And no two people going to execute this. That even if that person knows a little bit about what you said, they can never execute it the way God gave it to you.
Yep, they can't be a you. Only
They
you can
can
be a you.
only you can be you. And I have a book that I read probably about 10 years ago. Only you can be you. And I think that was some of the things that started solidifying in my brain on why God gave me the assignment to help the young people, is because, see, when I was in, you talking about all the challenges that you've gone through. When I was in high school, I had that 2.4 GPA. And a
Wow.
2.4 GPA is what? A C average. That's what they
Right.
call a C average, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call you, average. But
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing average about me.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm like, there's nothing average about me. I've always had this levelist mindset, even as a little girl. That curiosity. My mom used to try to push me outside. I'm like, no, 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 no. I want to see what you're doing. I want to know how you're doing it, the way you're doing it. Can I do it too? So that's what I'm hearing in you, and that's what I'm seeing in you. It's like, okay, I have this assignment, and I am moving forward. And as God is positioning you, He's putting the right people in your path, and you're saying yes to His will and
That's
yes to
it.
His way.
Yes.
That is awesome. That's awesome. So, what other kind of nuggets can you share with us? Because we have, listen, this streams to over at least 120 countries. So we
Beautiful.
never know who's watching us, and we
Mm-hmm.
never know who's going to hear what it is that you're saying. And this is giving them and opening their mindset up to them being able to continue to carry on with these visions that they are
Mm-hmm.
receiving, these assignments that they are receiving. So I thank you for being on here and sharing this information with us. But as you know, the story, the show is about life strategy. So we always want to know, give us another strategy that you have used for yourself.
I had to learn how to do it scared, because and not wait for perfection. I know we've already mentioned, like, going ahead and moving forward, but sometimes we talk about faith, but it's a different thing when you're totally walking the faith walk.
Right.
Because you really don't see uh everything. You just know that God said, or it's in your spirit to do it.
Right.
And so I say, do it scared. Of course, keep an open mind, keep listening, keep learning, because no matter what stage you're in, there's always room for growth. I said the moment that I stop learning and I stop growing, that's the moment that I'm no longer, I don't know, I no longer need to be here, because it's a continuous learning and a continuous growing. That's the only way a business, I feel like, can thrive and survive, because you have to know when to take advice. Not that you can take everybody's advice, but if you know God has put people in your life, or he's put you across, like someone has put cross your path for a reason, take that advice, especially if they've been there and they've done that and they are trying to keep you from falling in the same hole. Take that advice. Don't let your ego keep you from a blessing.
All right. I like that. Remove that ego, first of
Yes,
all. Just let it go. Let it go. And then the advice that you're receiving, evaluate it.
that's right.
Just evaluate. Might not be every single thing that they said, you might not be able to use it. But evaluate and internalize what part of their suggestion or their recommendation or their advice that they've given to you, what part can you use in order to help you move forward in your business?
Like
Because
my
many
grandma
times we
said,
get stuck. And let's face it, COVID caused many of us to get stuck. But now we're coming out of the gate. The doors are opening. People are now going out and doing things and mingling about and networking. So you got, I call it some buzzing is going on now.
Yes, it is.
So
And
that
like
networking is, go ahead.
Like you said, you can't take everything, every bit of advice, but as my grandma often said, you eat the meat and spit out the bones. So you take what you can, and you spit out the rest, But also I say learn how to also not follow the crowd all the time, because some of us are meant to blaze the trail, and the trail, when you're blazing the trail and you're breaking generational curses and you're doing something new, it can be a little lonely. But remember that God said he will never leave nor forsake you. So you're always going to have somebody there. And as we were discussing earlier, you have to believe in yourself if nobody else does. If the crowd is not singing your praises, it'll pay off in the end, because some people, they'll wait till you're like super famous and then they want to jump on the bandwagon. But then,
wait a minute. This train has already left the station.
Exactly. It's already gone now. But definitely, like, you have to keep going, even if it's like a little lonely, even if it's something that has been uncharted before. Because you may be that one to break that generational curse for your family. In my family, it's a lot of I'm trying to break the generational curse of poverty. I want people to see that you can be a successful entrepreneur. You can go after those dreams that God has shown you, or anything that you want to be, you can be. Right. But yeah, definitely continue on the path, blaze the trail. Don't be afraid to do anything different, because it might be that difference that helps you stand out.
I love it. It will be that difference that help you stand out.
That's it.
And you are unique for a reason. There is no two individuals on this earth that are exactly alike, not even twins. Although they tell us that they're identical, they're not, in a sense, they're identical as far as looks are concerned. But if you look close enough, you're going to see something unique about each of those twins,
Yeah, that's why the parents can tell them apart usually.
Exactly. And I have twin grandsons, and I look at their eyes. I tell them apart through their eyes, the shape of their eyes. And I had to learn that early, because it's like, how do I tell you? They definitely look identical.
I love it.
This is awesome, Vanessa. The fact that you have heard God's voice and you listen for the instructions and you've been obedient to follow his will for your life. And it definitely is and will continue to pay off.
Yes, ma'am.
Will continue to pay off. I'm so thankful that we had that opportunity to meet, and Peggy Tatum, she is a connector. She's
Yes,
definitely a connector. That
we'll
woman.
connect the place for a
Yes,
reason.
yes. She lights the place up with her smile alone, but then she makes sure, what is it that you need? Because I know someone who needs you, you know.
Uh-huh.
So, and she's so good at connecting.
Thank
And
you, mentor mama.
I know it. I know. We have to give her a little shout out because she's doing the gut patrol and helping us to get our gut in check and make sure we can keep it healthy, because that's the gut brain. I always say you got the head brain and you have the gut brain, and the two of them need to be talking continuously, that communication line.
That's right.
And
And
your communication line will be your quotes and the statements that you're making on the shirts. That's a communication piece as well.
yes,
And
ma'am.
I love the fact that you have these stories behind some of these quotes that you have on those shirts. I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
that's awesome. So, what else would you like to share with us this evening? Because I know you got these apparels, or anything that we have not shown them. So we want to make sure that.
The only thing, this one is hot off the press, literally. This is for the month of April. You know that we are going to be celebrating the death and resurrection of our Lord Savior Jesus Christ. And so, what other way than to be great, show him that we're grateful, than to tell people that he died for me. Now that's love. Like, he died for all you and me. That's love. And so we have it as a pocket. You see with the bloodstained cross right there. And then on the back, it has the words, he died for me. Now that's love. And it says Jesus in the middle. So
Okay.
no matter which direction you're facing, you can still witness and show people and tell people that that's the person that died for your sins and my sins. And that's
Right.
true love. No greater
Oh,
love than
wow.
that.
So, do they come in different colors as well?
This one will be available in white and tan. I'm only offering two. I'm a firm believer in not trying to overwhelm your yourself or business.
Well, now that's a platinum. Hey, that's a platinum pearl right there. Know your capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And don't stress the capacity level, because
Mm-hmm.
it's quality. It's
That's
it's
right.
quality. Quantity will happen if quality is there.
That's right.
Well, excellent, excellent, excellent. So, okay, what upcoming events do you have, or what keeps you motivated? Let me ask you that question first. What keeps you
I
motivated?
Yeah, I kind of touched on it, but it's pretty much, number one, my commission from God. Number two, my children, which is the legacy for me. I want to see them. I want to show them that mommy kept going in spite of,
Hmm.
and let them see what hard work is all about and what it can reap if you
Hmm.
continue to keep going. And then, of course, breaking that generational curse for my family. Those are the things that keeps me motivated, and also knowing that my life is connected to another person's life. If I give up, I might not reach that other person that's needing what I have. And
Love it.
so that's my last motivation piece right there.
Love it. Love it. Love it. But we always get a chance to talk to my guests ahead of time, ladies and gentlemen, because I have to get the scoop, the lowdown on what's going on. And I think you have some great information that you can share with us on how well your daughter is doing.
Yes. So I have a 3-year-old, which you saw flying around here. And then I have, I've been married 5 years. And so we have that 3-year-old together. And so a big gap in between. And I have a daughter who is a sophomore at Elon University. She just received the news today that she's been chosen as a 2022 North Carolina Teaching Fellow. So I am excited about that because she is majoring in middle grades mathematics. And you don't see a lot of people teaching middle grades, number one, but definitely going into mathematics. And I'm excited for her. She's taught herself Korean. She taught herself Spanish. Uh, she's just doing a lot of great things. I'm so very proud of her.
Well, I definitely will have to have a conversation with her, because I love the fact that you said what you just said. Not too many people you see going for that middle school, that middle grade,
Mhm.
and my company, the academy that we'll be launching shortly, that's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on those teenagers, those 13 to 19 and to 20-year-olds, because you're right. You've got to be able to put that focus and catch them at that, I call it that fork of the road.
Right.
The fork of the road. We catch them at that fork of the road. We want to keep them on that straight path.
That's right.
So they can become who God created them to become.
That's right. I love
it. I always said, not be swooped into a territory or things that are not pleasing to what our lives should be.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to make sure that we get them on that right path, and they understand all of their gifts, all of their talents, all of their uniqueness, and own it.
That's own right. It. I love it. And own it. And own it.
Yes. Be unapologetic because of your uniqueness. This is who you are. This is your DNA, and you were born with it. Mm-hmm. So what we have to do is put it into a strategy, so you know exactly how to map it out for your life and what's the legacy they're going to be leaving. So mm-hmm. I'm right there with you. I get excited when we start talking about transforming generations and leaving legacies, because that's the ultimate thing in life is, what will you be known for when you're no longer walking upon this earth?
I love it. I love
it. Yeah, that's the question. And ladies and gentlemen, we like to leave you with that question. So what is your legacy? Put in the comments on some of the things that you see yourself accomplishing during your lifetime while you're here on this earth. It would be interesting to be able to see and hear and read about them. So don't be afraid to reach out to Vanessa. You see her website right here. And Vanessa, what about you? Is the Facebook, you want them to join your Facebook? Do you have a Facebook group, or
yes, just your Facebook itself? Facebook group. It is Church is My Club. Everything's under Church is My Club. You are more than welcome to follow my personal page if you desire. It's Vanessa Morgan Johnson. I'm also on Instagram. That's where I do a lot of the Church is My Club promotion. It is Church is My Club as well. So everything is kind of in uniform if you need to find us.
Church is my club. All right. Now I know that's going to be a quote that people will remember. So when they start talking about clubbing, remember, church is my club. You can make that a part of your lifestyle as well. Well, as we start wrapping up, I want to just thank you again for all of these platinum pearls that you've shared with us, the strategies that you put in place, and not only that, the apparel and the little man. We cannot forget about the little man.
The little legacy.
The little legacy. That's right. We're going to have him to come on with you again. So as he grows, you just never know what God has planned for him. And he'll be able to share
little gymnast. He's a gymnast. He likes to play the drums. Very musically inclined. He sings. A lot of people in my family sing. My mom is the singer.
Okay.
So yeah, he has a bright future in front of him too.
He does. All of us, we have been given abilities. When we were given the breath of life, we will receive them. Many times we have not yet discovered them, or we need to identify them, or it could be just a matter of confirming your innate abilities. But whatever the need is, guess what? We offer that right here at Level Us. That's what we do. We have an assessment that helps you to identify what has God. What are the abilities that you were born with that no one had to teach them to you? Think about this little one that we're talking about now. Drumming, playing music. Who taught him that? It's a gift from God. It's a gift that he was given when he was given the breath of life. And we just have to learn how to nurture it as parents. So as teenagers, I'm looking for the parents of teenagers. Hello. You all need to get in touch with me, because we have our college and career program that we're going to be introducing for the summer. And we need to make sure that we get our middle school going into high school ready, and high school going into college ready. So they are prepared for that life strategies. They prepared for their become an entrepreneur. They're prepared if they're going to go on to college. What degree are they going to go for? And so everybody's not going to go to college. And since not everybody's going to go to college, then you are going to be able to understand what God has gifted that child to do, so that you'll be able to help them continue to move forward and become who they were born to be. I love it. Well, Vanessa, listen, you got me all excited. Hey, I'm like you. I'm like so like a little witness.
Hey, I'm like, how can I tell you about a Jesus that I'm not even excited about? So
I know.
I'm glad that the energy flows.
I know. I have a comment here from one of our viewers. Alberta Thompson says she enjoyed the program. A very anointed woman of God.
Bless you. To God be the
That's
glory.
her. That's her comment to you, Miss Vanessa.
To God
You
be the
talk
glory.
about stamp of approval.
Let me do go praise break right quick.
I know that's right. I know that's right. But he will use us when we open our. Someone gave me a quote to say, "A closed hands cannot receive the blessings. It's the open hand that receive the blessing."
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the open mind. I
Mm-hmm.
have another one. Miss McConnell is saying, "Great program. Just logged in, ready for this summer program for my rising 12th grader." Well, definitely reach out to me at info@levelisco.com. I need to put that in the chat box so that he can run it across the screen.